Hello. So I am filming this on Christmas Eve because why not? And I just thought I would go over well Buzzwordathon, if you don't know, is a yearly readathon that is hosted by Books and Lala. I will link it below. But I just thought I would go over my possible options for books that I could read for each month. So let's get into it. The first one is January, which is the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, and how. For that one, I've just automatically just picked one because I was originally meant to be going away for the holidays and I ended up not going. So I kind of already had this one set aside, but it's What Once Was Mine, which is a Rapunzel Twisted Tale, which is what if Rapunzel's mother drank from the wrong flower. I have really been enjoying the Twisted Tale series, and I look forward to enjoying that. Now, February, it's pronouns like you, me, we, us, and for that, I have set aside 3 choices. I have plenty more, but I decided to limit each of these to about 3 choices per. What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. I haven't read any books by either of these two before, so I'm intrigued about whether I would like them, so I will give them a chance. The next one that I have is The Giraffe and the Pelly and Me. It's a very short book, but I have been reading a lot of. I've been trying to reread Roald Dahl's books, and I'm slowly getting to the ones that I don't remember reading. Yeah, so that's just a short book. I want to add that on. When She Was Good by Michael Robotham or Robotham. This is a thriller, and I don't really know much about it. I like going into thrillers pretty blind, but the tagline is he thinks the truth will set her free, she knows it will kill them. And so I am very intrigued by this. When it comes to thrillers, I do like going into them blind because if I read too much about it on the line, I might give stuff away. So that's another option. And the last option that I've set aside is Wish You Were Here by Jodi Picoult. I got this in a book subscription box, and I haven't read any Jodi Picoult before, so I will be intrigued to see if her reading is for me. Yep, so that is my February options. For March, the theme is locations. So I've got Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile, which is definitely a location. And I have a few Nancy Drews here. There are a few of these that are locations, like Black Creek Farm, The Phantom of Nantucket. So yeah, so I will either read this book or one of those. Oops. Dropping stuff everywhere. The next one is Big or Little, or any variations of the word. The only one that I actually had is The Little White Horse by Elizabeth Gudst. And then this one is a bit of a stretch. The BFG, I know that B stands for big, so it's the Big Friendly Giant. That one might be a bit of a stretch, but I didn't really have that many options for that. Just gotta check what the next one is. The next one is directions. Yeah, for May, then it is directions. For that, I have 3 options. I have Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. I know nothing about this book, but I have talked about this book previously, so I don't really think I need to talk about it again. The next one is a non-fiction called Around the World in 80 Days. This is just the story of a guy traveling around the world in 80 days. It's a non-fiction, but it looks like a pretty easy read non-fiction because there's pictures thrown in and stuff. And then the last one that I have is the Harp in the South novels. There are 3 books in here. I would probably only read the one that actually has the name, because 2 of them don't. The collection is just called South. And then the next one is June, which is All. I actually own no physical books with All, but I do have a couple in my Scribd library. I have Allegedly and To All the Boys I've Loved Before. So those are my 2 options for All. Not very exciting. I don't really have that many. The next one is July, which is Bookish Words. One of them is Bridget Jones's Diary by Helen Fielding, and The List by Patricia Ford. Now, this one I have already started, so I might just read that one to finish it, but we'll see what happens. And then the next one is August, which is items or objects. So I have a couple of options. The first one is The Birdcage by Marcia Willett. Because bird cages are definitely items. Again, I don't really know much what this was about. I bought it on a whim, because it looks like a family style book. And then the other one that I have is Mirror Mirror, Another Twisted Tale, but this is the Snow White one. What if the evil queen poisoned the prince? And then the next one is September, which is Light and Dark, or anything in those terms. And I found 2 books on my shelf. I have Blue Twilight, which again is another thriller or mystery. This is one I've been thinking about unhauling, but I'll hold on to it and give it a go. If I don't like it, I will just unhaul it like I intended to. The other one that I have is Ring of Bright Water. This is a non-fiction story of the life of a man and his otter. So it sounds very cute. Okay, and the next one is October, which is Creatures. Again, I've limited it to just 2. I have Nevermore, The Tales of Morrigan Crow, because Crow was a creature. And the other one that I have is The Silence of the Lambs, which I have seen the movie to this. I watched it when I was like 13. Very inappropriate viewing for a child. And so I'm intrigued to see if the book is different to the movie. I might read the book and then watch the movie again when I'm not 13. Whoops. And then the next one, November, is Words with Ing, for like ING. I've got The Shadowing Hunted, which is a horror, I think. It doesn't really tell me much about it on it. Nothing Stays Buried, and King of Kings by Wilbur Smith. So I forgot to tell you, this book is, again, I think, a thriller. It's either a thriller or a mystery. Again, this is a new author for me, and I like to go into mystery. I like to go into mysteries and thrillers blind anyway. And then this one is, I don't really know what this is about. I borrowed it from my dad because I was intrigued, and I think it's a mix of romance slash invasion of countries based on what I've read, but I have like no actual idea because it doesn't really describe all that much in here, at least that I can understand. And then the last month is Numbers. So I have 2 books. Well, I have 3, but I can't be bothered to get one down. I have 2001: A Space Odyssey by Arthur C. Clarke. And I have 11/22/63, which is a chunker of a book, which is kind of why I haven't read it yet, because the size of it is terrifying, and I haven't had the time to like sit down and read a giant book. So we'll see if I can finally get around to it. So anyway, it's just a quick little video explaining my choices for the Buzzwordathon. Happy Christmas and happy reading. Bye.